I'm Judge Alana Reeves.
Nice try.
A black woman behind the wheel of a luxury Mercedes on Interstate 85 in the middle of the night. In Officer Derek Holt's mind, the conclusion is instant and ugly. No way this car is hers. He yanks the registration from Judge Alana Reeves's hand, doesn't bother reading it, crushes it, and tosses it onto the roadside gravel. Out of the vehicle. Hands up. She complies. Slow. Careful. Palms raised. Perfectly by the book. Still, Holt grabs her shoulder and slams her against the car door. Metal thuds. Her coat rips on the handle. This car doesn't belong to you, he breathes too close. It's a mistake, Alana says calmly. Sure it is. He wrenches her arm back, cuffs biting into her wrists. They all say that. His partner laughs. Have you ever done everything right and still been punished? Alana doesn't argue, doesn't resist. She speaks evenly, like someone who knows systems better than people realize. Officer, the vehicle is mine. The registration is valid. I'm Judge Alana Reeves, Fulton County Circuit Court. Dispatch can verify my identity. Holt laughs hard. Creative. I'll give you that, Judge. A second cruiser arrives. Sergeant Monica Hale steps out, eyes sharp, reading the scene. She quietly backs Holt's call. By the book. Document everything. 15 feet away, a third officer, Evan Brooks, barely out of the academy, stands silent. His dash cam is running. His silence screams. Dispatch confirms it. The car is registered. Clean record, no theft. They hear it. They proceed anyway. Alana is placed in the back of the patrol car. Cold plastic seat, hands cuffed, jaw tight, fear replaced by calculation. Holt searches the Mercedes, opens her briefcase, court documents, official seals, a case file with a familiar name, State v. Holt. He doesn't notice. Fake credentials, Hale decides. Book her. Alana warns them once. Calm, controlled. This will not end the way you think. Holt uploads his report later, confident. Marks his body cam as malfunctioned. He sleeps well. Tomorrow will wake him up. Morning releases Judge Alana Reeves without ceremony. A different desk sergeant, flat voice. Charges pending review. You're free to go. No apology. No explanation. She signs for her belongings. Phone dead. Dignity returned in fragments. Outside, the cold air hits sharp. The Mercedes waits in the lot, scrapes along the door handle where metal met flesh. Alana notes it. Evidence has many forms. At home, Marcus Reeves, her husband, hasn't slept. Relief floods his face, then fury. Not now, she says. I need a shower. Then I'll explain. Hot water strips away the smell of concrete and disinfectant, not the anger. She lays out her robes, black, heavy, familiar. Armor. Power reclaimed one button at a time. In the kitchen, coffee steams. She tells him everything. He wants to sue. Federal, immediate. No, Alana says. Meet me at court at 8:45. Why wait when justice is right there? At Chambers, she opens a file she already knows by heart. State of Georgia v. Derek Holt. Excessive force. A teenager. A pattern she hadn't seen until last night made her part of it. Across town, Officer Evan Brooks can't sleep. He replays his dash cam. The timestamps don't lie. Holt cuffed her before dispatch cleared the vehicle. Protocol broken. Not a mistake. Wrong. Briefing room chatter seals it. Holt and Hale workshop language. Furtive movements. Match the profile. Brooks freezes. Be the officer people need. He drives to Internal Affairs. Detective Lila Grant listens, eyes sharp. Anonymous upload, timestamp. Location. He hits send. Grant watches the footage. Recognition flashes. You did the right thing, she says. Say nothing. By the time Brooks returns to patrol, the machinery is already moving. Phones ringing, files opening, chains climbing. Court is in minutes. Would you risk your career to tell the truth or look away and live with it? If this story hits, like, subscribe, and stay with us. Courtroom 3 fills fast. Derek Holt arrives polished and confident, dress uniform crisp, notes in hand. His attorney, Mark Simmons, keeps his face neutral. No warning. No mercy. The bailiff calls the room to order. The Honorable Judge Alana Reeves presiding. Holt steps forward, then looks up. Time fractures. Recognition slams into him all at once. His face drains of color. The briefcase slips from his fingers, hits the floor with a hollow crack that echoes. His knees buckle. He grabs the table like a drowning man. Simmons yanks him into a chair, hissing, "Sit down." Alana enters calmly, arranges her papers, adjusts the nameplate. She does not look at him yet. Power isn't rushed. Whispers ripple through the gallery. Phones appear. In the back row, Captain Reed, Detective Lila Grant quietly record. Finally, Alana looks up, locks eyes with Holt for 3 seconds. He drops his gaze. "Counsel," she says evenly, "before we begin, I must make a disclosure." The word hits like a second blow. She states it plainly. The traffic stop, the arrest, the night in holding, the release without charges. Gasps break out. The prosecutor stares. Simmons closes his eyes. She does not recuse herself. "I will be scrupulously fair," Alana says. "This court proceeds on evidence alone." The trial begins. Body cam footage from a prior case plays. A teenager, a knee pressed too long, familiar aggression, pattern emerging. Then the doors open. Detective Grant steps forward with a sealed folder and a USB drive. Internal Affairs received evidence within the last 24 hours. Dashcam footage fills the screen. The Mercedes, hands on the wheel, registration offered, tossed aside, force applied, laughter, approval. "That," Alana says calmly, "is me, 10 hours ago." The room erupts. Audio follows. Holt's voice, clear, damning, bias spoken aloud, silence crashes down. "Officer Holt," Alana asks, voice cold and controlled, "what profile was I matching?" He cannot answer. Justice has the floor now. The courtroom barely breathes. Judge Alana Reeves sits motionless as the weight of the evidence settles over everyone present. Detective Lila Grant doesn't flinch as she lays it out. Numbers, dates, patterns. 11 traffic stops. Luxury vehicles, all black drivers, late nights. 8 arrests. Every charge dropped. 0 discipline. Have you ever watched a story stop being one incident and become a system? Grant continues. 3 formal complaints. Excessive force, racial profiling, falsified reports. Quietly erased. Authorized by Lieutenant Greg Dalton. No review board, no oversight. A paper trail scrubbed clean. The gallery erupts. Reporters whisper into phones. Someone drops a pen. No one looks at Derek Holt. He's already collapsing inward. Alana addresses him directly. Calm. Surgical. "You arrested me for impersonating a public official. Do you know which case file I was reviewing that night?" She lifts the folder. State of Georgia v. Derek Holt. The irony lands like a verdict. "I find you guilty," she says, voice steady, "of excessive force in the case of Jordan Williams. This was not an isolated lapse. It was a pattern." Holt breaks. A sound escapes him, half sob, half gasp, but Alana isn't finished. She refers Holt for federal prosecution, civil rights violations, false imprisonment. She turns next to Sergeant Monica Hale, failure to intervene, supervisory negligence. Then to Dalton, obstruction, record tampering. The gavel falls. Outside, cameras swarm. Department statements stumble over themselves. Suspensions, investigations, federal oversight announced. Inside a quieter hallway, Evan Brooks tries to disappear. Alana finds him first. "You didn't stop it," she says gently. He braces. "But you didn't stay silent." His eyes fill. That mattered. She leaves him with a truth heavier than fear. Doing right costs, but not doing it costs more. 6 months later, the headlines no longer whisper. Officer Derek Holt is no longer an officer. Federal court takes what local systems protected. Conviction follows. Sentencing is quiet. Final. Sergeant Monica Hale resigns ahead of disciplinary hearings. Lieutenant Greg Dalton faces charges for obstruction and falsifying records. The department enters a consent decree. Mandatory body cams, independent review boards, bias training with teeth. Justice, delayed, finally moves. Have you ever noticed how accountability only looks sudden once it can't be stopped? Across the city, change settles into policy. Dashcam footage is automatically backed up. Officers who intervene are protected, not punished. Silence is no longer procedure. Evan Brooks transfers units. No parade, no medal. Just sleep for the first time in months. He learns that courage rarely arrives loud. It shows up when you choose truth over comfort. In her chambers, Judge Alana Reeves reads letters. One from Jordan Williams, the teenager from the first case. He writes about breathing easier, about trust returning in pieces, about believing the law might still see him. Alana folds the letter carefully. That night, she drives the same highway, same hour, same model car, no lights, no sirens. She keeps driving, because this time, the system is watching itself. The story doesn't end with applause. It ends with vigilance. With the understanding that power must always be challenged, or it will always abuse. What would you do if the camera was on, the moment was yours, and silence felt easier? From the other side of silence, toss stories. Never mistake quiet for weakness. Never confuse calm with helplessness. Drop a comment with a heart emoji and share where you're watching from. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story. Because stories like this don't just entertain, they warn. They remind, they demand better. This is not justice served, this is justice defended.